road for about 3 weeks. We got into that zone in the second quarter, and our second guys picked us up. We're hoping that the first line guys will do the same. Mike?
Rick, that's been the recurring theme as we talk to the Pistons. The second guy is picking us up. The young bench, we saw that in the first half. The young legs really bringing that energy. You talk to a lot of veterans, John, and they'll tell you when an exuberant young player who comes in and plays with energy and has some, it really picks up the veterans.
It does, and that's what we've heard from this Detroit Pistons team throughout the day today. Chauncey Billups mentioning early in the first half, this young, energetic bench is going to help the starters.
Brian, can you remember when you were a young, energetic bench player?
I can remember being a bench player. Energetic. Yeah.
No, I remember you were when you were with the Pistons.
Well, sometimes that was good for the other team and not the team that I was playing for.
I like the humble approach. Very nice. Princeton Wallace. Well short. There's some ugly shots to start the third. Bryant. A little bit of a knuckleball that time. He's 1 for 10. He's 1 for 10. They're up by 2. It doesn't happen often.
And shooting around 30%. Again, the free throw line and the three-point line has kept them in this game.
Well, now they're officially under 30% as a team and still leading. Shot clock at 5. Good defense from Kwame Brown. But right there, Murray misses a layup. Maxiel! Jason Maxiel!
Kobe Bryant on the receiving end of that one from Maxiel. Throw it down, big fellas. Bill Walton would say. Bill, you got to love that one back in Bristol.
All the Pistons veterans love to talk about Maxiel. And a foul call. Is that going to be on Hamilton? Nope. And call on Tayshaun Prince.
No, that was Rip Hamilton.
Nope. I'm sorry. You're right. 3 now on Hamilton.
Ooh.
That flips on is keeping him in the game as we see it again.
Brian Cook in the vicinity, too.
Again, no Chauncey Billups tonight with the knee and hip injuries as Fisher able to put it in. Rasheed Wallace grimacing as he runs up the floor. Hamilton finds the stroke that time, just his second field goal. But Rip Hamilton, it's so much fun to watch Hamilton and Billups. They just, they get better every year. The game is slowed down. They don't let a bad first half affect them. Bad pass from Odom. Just play the game at their own pace.
And they have a great feel for one another. They both know the comfort zones that they want to be in. And
Wallace can't hit.
Rasheed Wallace 2 for 7 now.
Yep.
And ugly misses as well. He just looks completely out of sorts this evening.
And he's been playing so well. Odom, the foul before the shot. Rasheed Wallace is going to pick up his second. So the Lakers will inbound. Joe Dumars brought on those young legs and kept the core intact after the disappointing loss to Cleveland last year. And the veterans are so happy about that. They play so well together. Fisher misses, Prince the rebound. Again, they're all still young. I mean, Rasheed Wallace is the oldest at 33. Billups is only 31. Hamilton will be 30 in February. Murray misses but draws the foul. And then he, of course, made some drafts with the young guys. Brought in Jarvis Hayes, signed him as a free agent.
Well, I know all the talk is about the Boston Celtics, and rightfully so right now. But you can bet that this Detroit team is going to be a team that the Boston Celtics are going to see late in the playoffs.
Our NBA calendar, NBA TV on Saturday. The Bulls and the Clippers from LA. As Murray gives the Pistons their first lead of the night. So Detroit, after trailing by as many as 11, now up by 1.
They've gone to the zone, Mike.
Flip Saunders has been playing zone before it was legal when he was with Minnesota. Cook trying to draw the foul, and he does. Maxiell went for the fake. And that's his 4th foul.
I was interested to see what that call would be as a point of emphasis this year for the referees, is the principle of verticality, which it's always been, but I guess they're enforcing it this year. But it looked like Cook jumped into Maxiell there, and if he goes straight up, that's going to be an offensive foul.
And the officials have decided that this is a year where they're going to start calling that, or at the very least not calling it on the defender. You see it happen all the time where the offensive player initiates the contact. Yeah, particularly at the three-point line. A guy will fake and then jump into the defender and get that call. And I think it's a good idea that that call should be on the offensive player, but he's initiating the contact. Hamilton coming off the screen beautifully. 6 points now for Hamilton. Pistons by 1.
Well, he's taken over the role of Reggie Miller as the best in the game coming off screens. Rip Hamilton never stops. Really worked on his long-range shooting. A capable three-point shooter now, so he's obviously a very difficult guy to guard.
Fisher. Tipped by Brown, won't go. Odom has it blocked. Amir Johnson, another rejection, his 3rd of the game. Prince on a pull-up. And Johnson called for a loose ball foul. Johnson, the other young player, impressive in the first half, getting a chance to play. As this team going with some of the youth. Johnson, one of those guys right from high school to the NBA. He's in his 3rd year. First 2 years, he played 11 games total. This year, he's getting a chance to play a bit. Cook. Johnson at 6'9". Westchester High School.
Well, he and Chuck Psalm have come in and played with great energy and really given this team a lift.
Hamilton wanted a foul. Fisher. Odom. And Brown traveled, yeah. Lakers in a real rough stretch offensively. They finished by missing 7 of their last 8 in the second quarter, and they've missed 7 of their first 8 here in the third quarter.
Well, this zone has got them out of sorts here to start the third quarter, and I felt like we were going to see this out of the Pistons, and part of this is due to the foul trouble too. I think he wants to protect some of the guys here in foul trouble, but LA's got to do a better job.
And Rasheed Wallace draws the foul. Well, it was so effective for them Wednesday night. Helped them come back from 22 down against Golden State. And free throws coming up for Rasheed Wallace. Why is it so difficult for some teams? I mean, I know a lot of teams don't work on the zone offense as much. But what problems does it present for an NBA team which you figure would have an easy time beating a zone?
I think it's just that you don't work against it enough. I mean, obviously, you're going to play man-to-man majority of the time, so that's where you're going to spend your time working at it. But a zone, to me, I would just run a regular man offense. You can go ahead and do that. And there's no way that a zone, for an extended period of time, should give you difficulty. It's something that's a change-up that teams like to go to change the tempo of a game. But Detroit, they've been in it now for a good 5 minutes of this third quarter, and it's been successful.
They've got their largest lead, a 3-point advantage with just over 6.5 to go as Cook misses. Odom the rebound, kicks it back out, and Fisher. They just can't buy a bucket right now.
They are getting decent shots, but they are the perimeter. They're from the perimeter, and that time they get inside, Derek Fisher is able to lay it in. He's struggling tonight.
Fisher just 3 for 11, but that brings the Lakers within 1. Wallace, tough shot. Ball poked around, picked up by Murray. Flip Murray, line drive. Tipped by Wallace, won't go. And it's Laker ball. And we'll have a timeout. Rasheed Wallace wanted some contact. Those words for Ronnie Garrettson as we go past the midway point of the third.
Jason Maxiell throwing it down on Kobe Bryant. And Rip Hamilton starting to warm. The best in the business off screens. Rip Hamilton has Detroit up 1.
Stewart, thank you. Richard Hamilton. Tough night when you're defending him. You better be in pretty good condition because he just goes non-stop.
Well, I talked about the comparison to Reggie Miller, who was the best in the business at coming off screens.
And that's our Adidas team moment.
And Kobe Bryant, who always takes a defensive challenge, has his work cut out with Rip Hamilton. He's doing a nice job today, but when you guard Rip, you better be ready to run through some screens. And Kobe's doing a nice job of bodying up on Rip tonight. And this time, Rip is going to use 3 screens to get open. First, a little back screen from Tayshaun Prince. And then Amir Johnson clips Kobe Bryant. And Rasheed Wallace cleans it up. 1 dribble pull-up for Rip Hamilton. And it's a lot of work, and it's not fun to guard Rip Hamilton, let me tell you. I had to do it in practice every day.
Just working hard for your shots, too. And Hamilton in such great shape. Cook misses. Ball tipped, nearly put in. Odom! Oh, second effort from Lamar Odom.
Well, great work on the offensive glass. That's 15 offensive rebounds now for the Lakers. Lamar Odom has 9? Is that right, Mike?
He's got 12 total boards. And now, as you mentioned, 9 offensive rebounds. Hamilton trying to get Bryant away from him. A whistle before. Kobe Bryant yelling at Derek Collins as he picks up the foul. These guys, again, they've been battling for a long time, since back in their high school days. Again, Richard Hamilton from Coatesville, Pennsylvania, 30 miles outside of where Kobe Bryant played in Philadelphia. Bryant, when he puts his mind to it, can be a just dominant defender. He's done a great job on Hamilton. They've done a great job on Kobe Bryant, as Murray had the launch one with a shot clock winding down. They both take pride trying to stop each other. Bryant's just 1 for 10 as Tayshaun Prince decides to return.
Well, that was just great defense by Kobe Bryant. You can credit him for that defensive stop.
Fisher. Last touch by Prince. Oh, looked like Prince touched it last.
I think that was one of those you could call a loose ball foul on Lamar Odom, or just give the Pistons the ball.
The Lakers are shooting 28% from the field, and they're leading. Free throws a part of it, and they're not turning the ball over. Plus, as you mentioned, the offensive boards. Prince with a hand in his face gets hit. And 2 free throws for Tayshaun Prince as Kwame Brown picks up number 2. Farmar set to check back in. This is something that Phil Jackson has talked about he has to work on. He's got 3 centers. Kwame Brown, Chris Mim, who's back from the ankle surgery, and Andrew Bynum. As Prince hits the free throw, we'll remind you about our NBA calendar. NBA TV Saturday, Bulls and Clippers from right here at Staples, 10:30 Eastern Time. Then on Wednesday on ESPN, terrific game, Mavericks and Rockets from Houston. Coverage begins at 7. And then TNT, will the Celtics still be undefeated when they host the Knicks? And then the high-scoring Nuggets right back here at the Staples Center against the Lakers. Some good NBA action coming up in the next week.
Well, if the Celtics are undefeated going into that game, they're coming out undefeated. Oh, I'm going to say that right now.
There's a bold prediction. Defensive 3 seconds called on Amir Johnson, so a 1-shot technical.
Well, it depends if Stephon Marbury is going to be there or not. Is that game in Boston?
In Boston.
Okay, so he could drive. You don't have to worry about flying.
It's not a long coast-to-coast flight. For those of you who don't know, Stephon Marbury earlier this week, when his team arrived in Phoenix, he was told by Isaiah Thomas he wasn't going to be in the starting lineup and was upset, so he flew back home, missed the Phoenix game, and has been fined by the team. Came back for their game against the Clippers on Wednesday. A bad situation for the Knicks. He apologized to his teammates, but his teammates not happy with what happened as Kobe Bryant drills the jumper. And what has been a rough start to the season got rougher.
Surprisingly, he played 33 minutes in that game after taking off in Phoenix because he wasn't starting, as we get an offensive foul on Rip Hamilton.
Hamilton picks up his 4th. Kobe Bryant's defense frustrating him a bit. No, 4 fouls on Hamilton. They're going to take him out of the game. Flalo's going to come back in.
Yeah, Rip Hamill just got hit with a tee.
Yeah.
Very upset about that call. As Kobe Bryant continues to struggle in the offensive end at just 2 for 11. But getting back into this game, playing great defense.
So Bryant will shoot the technical. Bryant just 2 for 11. He has 5 assists. More importantly, his team's up by 2 despite the poor shooting. The reason for the tee, you can't throw your goggles. You should throw them at Dave Cowens. That's one guy who wouldn't. And they're still chirping a bit. Bryant lifts. And Amir Johnson. Yeah. Just the athleticism of these young Pistons. Very impressive.
Well, Kobe Bryant looking at the official on every jump shot, claiming he's being ticked on the arm. I don't know. We'll have to take a look at that. Flip Murray, great finish.
Yep, and a foul. And Murray now with 11 points. Coming off his best game of the young season. At 15 points and a career-high 12 assists Wednesday against Golden State.
Beautiful move. Great hang time. Flip Murray filling in admirably for Chauncey Billups tonight.
Murray, a second-round pick out of Shaw University, Division II school in North Carolina. Had some good years with Seattle. Did a solid job in Cleveland. Inconsistent last year, his first year in Detroit, but off to a much better start. Cook inside. Can't get it. Gets the rebound. Tries again. Blocked by Johnson. That's his 4th rejection of the game. And he comes out of the pack. Impressive play from young Amir Johnson. Flalo knocks it down. Boy, Johnson showing some real toughness.
Great effort by this kid. He's been doing it all night. When you go down on that other end and knock down that jumper, this feels like a dagger for the Lakers.
Farmore, Cook, open 3. Farmore, Bryant on the drive. Nope, to Odom. Inside, blocked again. Oh, they call a foul. Boy, that looked like a good rejection. This kid is impressive. And a timeout. Cliff Saunders saying to Gary Zielinski, all ball. Let's take a look. What do you think, John Barry?
I think that was a heck of a pass and a clean block.
No, he hit him on the arm. Come on. Back in Los Angeles, Pistons lead the Lakers by 2. Good matchup between Kobe Bryant and Rip Hamilton. Matchup that goes way back to when they were kids. In fact, Rip Hamilton telling us about the first time he heard about Kobe was when he was a cocky high school player.
My first memory was, when we was actually playing, like, I think my 10th grade year. And, I thought I was real good at the time. Come from Coastville, it's only 11,000 people. And my coach used to always tell me, man, you think you're good. It's this kid down the road that's just as good as you. And I was like, yeah, right. I ain't, Coastville, you really don't hear about other players and things like that. And it was Kobe Bryant, and when I got an opportunity to play with him, I found out, he was just as good as me, but it was an exciting thing.
Coatesville, Pennsylvania, this is what's been going on throughout the night. It's about 30 miles outside of Philadelphia where Kobe Bryant played his high school ball. They were teammates sometimes, playing AAU ball together, and they like going against each other. It's been a little chippy at times, but both have done a good job. They've had some help with teammates, but good defensive work.
Yes, just 3 of 9 and 2 for 12. Did he say pretty good?
Yeah.
Was the guy pretty good? I'm sure Kobe Bryant at the age of, 10th grade was better than a lot of people that were in the professional ranks at that time.
Rasheed Wallace, look at the post up. Quick turn, banks it in. 8 points for Wallace. And this is the largest lead for Detroit.
How about the Lakers shooting 28%, 27% from the three-point line.
Farmar off the mark.
And they're in a 4-point game.
7-0 run for Detroit.
They're taking care of the ball, and they're hitting the boards. And that's the only reason why they're around.
Wallace tipped up and in by Prince. 9 straight points. And you look at a key, again, for the Lakers. They're trailing by 6 now. They've been turning it over 18 times a game, so they've really taken care of the basketball. Bryant can't get it to fall. They're contesting his shots, though.
The three-point shooting has just been abysmal since a 4-7 start. The Lakers are 0 for 10.
Radmanovich misses.
0 for 11, I'm sorry. And counting.
Bryant. Even the fancy ones aren't going. Wanting a foul again. They've done a terrific job on him. Aflalo. Farmar. Back to Radmanovich. Nice teamwork.
That is a textbook fast break. Farmar to Radmanovich. No dribble. Odom for the easy finish.
Lakers have averaged almost 104 points per game. One of the tops in the league. 6th in the NBA in scoring as Murray answers back. Flip Murray with 14 points.
Well, that really hasn't been their problem, Mike. But tonight, Brian Cook 2 for 10. Kobe 2 for 13. Fisher 3 of 12.
Odom has it knocked away. The Detroit defense has been smothering.
Well, the zone has just completely taken the Lakers out of any offensive flow. Perimeter shooting, the three-point shooting abysmal, as we just said. The Lakers need to find an answer as we get here close to the fourth quarter.
Farmar. Good defense. Radmanovich the rebound. Won't get it off in time. That will not count. And that will end the third quarter. Kobe Bryant and Rip Hamilton going at each other pretty good, making it a difficult evening. Low-scoring third quarter as we head to the fourth here at the Staples Center. Detroit on this West Coast swing trying to win again. They lead the Lakers by 6. Fourth quarter coming up. Best buddies.
I admire him. I admire the two of them.
Ashton Kutcher.
Demi Moore. Demi. About Last Night, greatest movie ever.
Well, wait. Let's go back to the other thing. You're trying to make it believe like you and Tony Stewart are best pals.
No, he has no idea who I am.
Oh, I think he knows who you are.
He has no idea who I am, but I'm a big fan of his. Is that okay?
That's okay.
Can I still have dreams?
Fourth quarter underway here in the Pistons by 6. Radmanovich nails a 3. Finally, they've been struggling. That's a big bucket to start as they've been really hurting offensively. And their shooting percentage zooms to 28%. Zooms? It's unbelievable shooting so poorly and right here in the game.
Well, it's the offensive rebounds and taking care of the basketball.
Well, when you miss so many shots, oh, nice block from Bynum. Farmar to the basket. Draws the foul. Bynum got the crowd fired up.
Let's see how this Laker team can do with Kobe Bryant on the bench. In the first half, Kobe went to the bench. The Lakers outscored the Pistons as we see Bynum get up to reject Tayshaun Prince and start the break. The LA Lakers, without Kobe Bryant on the floor, need to keep this game right where it is and not let it get out of hand.
You mentioned the 19 offensive rebounds for the Lakers, but when you shoot 19 of 70, you certainly have your opportunities for offensive rebounds.
You know, but they do have 11 more field goal attempts. And when you take care of the ball and you get more shot attempts, you can keep yourself in the ball game.
Check Sam. Back in the game. Had some really nice minutes. The young man from Senegal. The second-round pick a couple of years ago, the Lakers. Had a few nice blocks, rebounds, hit a shot. Flip Murray over dribbling. Gets it out, though, to Jarvis Hayes. Ball deflected out of bounds. And they'll go down the other way. And Rip Hamilton with his 4 fouls. getting ready for action.
Jarvis Hayes, who played huge in the first half, 11 points, 9 straight at one point in the second quarter to get the Pistons back in the game. We didn't even see him in the third quarter. Now out there with Rip Hamilton and Flip Murray as Tayshaun Prince gets a blow. And we still see the zone, Mike.
And a lot of zone for Detroit here tonight. Shot clock at 7. Walton gets inside. The floater. They've tied the game. All even. 90 seconds gone by here in the fourth.
And that's one way to attack a zone. Dribble penetration. Luke Walton did a nice job of getting in the paint and hitting the tough runner.
First 2 points for Walton. Evans, a good defender on Hamilton, his former teammate. Nice help defense. Maxiel. Murray in and out. Som with another big play. Hamilton on the drive inside and draws the foul. Evans saying, wait a minute. As Rip Hamilton will go to the free throw line for the first time tonight. They called a foul on Radmanovich.
This is what makes the Pistons so tough, Mike. Rip Hamilton. Now let's put him on the box. We can run him through screens. We can put him on the box. We can go to Jarvis Hayes, who's made some shots tonight. Jason Maxiel in the ball game. So many different options for this Detroit team, and that's why I look at this team and just say, I think they're still the team to beat in the East. I know Cleveland went to the finals last year. We know about Boston, but to me, it's going through Detroit.
Well, they're a stubborn bunch. They feel they were better than Cleveland last year. They felt they were better than Miami the year before. They won't give you an inch on that. And they're a prideful bunch, and they think this is their year. They're going to get back to the NBA Finals. We got a 1-point lead early here in the fourth. Trying to go 3-1 on this 5-game West Coast swing with one more coming up in Sacramento. Radmanovich won't go. Maxiel lost it. Bynum puts it in. Bynum, 8 points, 6 rebounds, and a block coming off the bench.
Again, another offensive rebound. Maxiel unable to handle that ball, and Bynum, the beneficiary, picks it up and a beautiful jump hook.
20 offensive rebounds. Maxiel blocked, but a foul. And Bynum picks up his second.
This guy is just so long. Look how high in the air. I mean, Czech Som is long as well.
He's 7'1".
With a wingspan of a guy that's probably 7'8".
That's an unstoppable shot, and you get the feeling when you've watched him work with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, it's the kind of shot he shows where you can't block it.
Well, he does look very comfortable with that. He's got a lot of his shots blocked tonight, and I guarantee you they weren't jump hooks. You're not going to block a jump hook from Andrew Bynum.
He likes what he sees from his pupil. Maxiel, meanwhile, continues to struggle from the line, only 55%. You know, you see glimpses of this 20-year-old Bynum, and you see why that Mitch Kupchak and the Lakers do not want to deal him. They feel that he can be a very special player. Right from high school to the NBA, there's so much potential there. Radmanovich left open. Oh, an extra pass. They wind up scoring, but he had a layup.
You know, that's what Derek Fisher is talking about. The extra pass has resulted in turnovers. And right there, Radmanovich, go ahead and lay that ball in. If you miss it, it's as good as a pass because Bynum will be able to finish it.
Chance of defense here from the Staples Center. A good crowd. They've been vocal all night. Hamilton ties the game.
Now, what a great move. Evans all over him. One dribble to the right. Clears some space. And Hamilton knocks it in.
Flip Murray deflects it. And it'll still be Laker ball. We'll have a timeout.
It's heating up, Mike.
A good game tonight. Lakers and the Pistons all even with 8.5 remaining. 8.5 remaining in the fourth. All tied up between the Lakers and the Pistons. Pistons have done a great job on one of the best players who's ever played the game, Kobe Bryant. And we figured, okay, Who's your top 5 players in the game, John, since we have Kobe?
I'll still take Kobe, despite him being 2 for 14.
Is this in order or not necessarily in order?
Yeah, it's kind of in order. It's in order.
All right.
I'll say it's in order. Tim Duncan, and what can you say? 4 NBA titles. Mr. Steady. Love to have him. Dwayne Wade, I think a difference maker. Once he gets healthy, the Miami Heat are going to start winning some games. And Kevin Garnett. No superstar plays harder than this guy. Night in, night out. Practice time, whatever. And LeBron James just doing everything for that team. And getting that team to the finals last year, I thought, was a miracle. I mean, he's an unbelievable player.
Very difficult to argue with those 5, but the last 3 MVPs, of course, one of them won twice. Not on the list, Steve Nash and Dirk Nowitzki.
Why so negative all the time?
No, I'm just trying to play devil's advocate here. A nice shot. Jarvis Hayes, your guy, and is Detroit back up by 2. Who were the also receiving votes?
Well, I'm going to just say this. Those are the 5 best basketball players, talent.
Blocking foul.
Bail out there. Best talent. I'm not going to say any baggage, anything going on with anything else, but just pure best talented players. Now, Dirk Nowitzki, obviously one of the best players in this league. Steve Nash. Love to have Steve Nash. But those are my 5 guys that are just more talented than anybody else that I feel in this league. Are you okay with that, Mike?
Yeah. I think I probably picked the same 5.
You would?
Yeah.
Wow. That makes me feel good.
You could care less with
No,
it.
You know how much respect I have for your analytical skills.
There's a Hall of Famer and a future Hall of Famer.
I'd take Kareem on my team, too, if I could have him.
74-73. Pistons by 1. A little sloppy play in the last minute or so. Farmar to the rim.
Again, the half-court trap. The Lakers showed us a little bit of that in the first half. They're back in it. Creates the turnover. And here we see it again.
Farmar's played just 15 minutes tonight, but he's starting to play very well. Comes up with a steal on Murray. Goes inside again. Won't go. Oh! Evans on the follow. Rip Hamilton knocked down. And the Lakers go up by 3 and get the crowd on its feet. Pistons not happy. Mo Evans, the former Piston, very friendly with a lot of the current Pistons. Comes close to just going over the top of Hamilton, but a strong play from Mo Evans. Phil Jackson and the Lakers now with a 3-point lead. Still plenty of time to go here in the 4th quarter. Pistons on that last foul by Mo Evans. They weren't upset that a foul wasn't called. They felt a taunting technical. Watch Evans. Turn, little hop towards Hamilton.
Little peek at Rip Hamilton down there on the ground.
It's hard to tell without seeing his face. Well, that's some of the stuff that the officials have been calling. I don't know about that one.
No, I think they leave that one alone. That was a good no call.
2 years ago, he played with the Pistons, so he's enjoying playing against guys, and he was a good bench player for them. Played 80 games off the bench. Flip Murray, Rasheed Wallace, Rip Hamilton, Jarvis Hayes, and Jason Maxiell on there for Detroit. Farmar getting pressure on, Lindsey Hunter in the game. And now Evans a little over anxious that time.
The LA Lakers have changed the tempo of this game. This half-court press, Jordan Farmar getting into the ball handler's face has changed the complexion of this game right here to start the 4th.
Now, when you play, you hear all the time, you always want to play against your former team. Farmar with another steal. And a nice save. Evans to Bynum. Lakers by 5.
Jordan Farmar getting it done on the defensive end for the LA Lakers.
A 17-6 run to open up the 4th quarter. And a foul again on Evans. Just a little aggressive. That's his 3rd. And that's the 4th team foul. Farmar just all-out hustle defensively.
Yeah, then a beautiful lob pass to Bynum, simple play. And the LA Lakers played some outstanding defense to get this lead here early in the fourth.
Kobe Bryant back in. Luke Walton has a seat. Again, no Chauncey Billups, no Antonio McDyess. Two starters out for Detroit for the second straight game. Boy, what a nice win this would be for them. But right now they're struggling. Farmar blocked, but a foul. And Jordan Farmar really doing some good things for the Lakers.
He has been everywhere defensively. The whole Laker team has picked up its level. And Jordan Farmar has been in the forefront of this Laker run. There's just a silly foul there where Walls. Why not let him go up? You're going to be able to block that shot. There's no need to take a silly foul and grab him. You'd give him 2 points.
It's his third foul. Farmar now in his second year. Born and raised in LA. Star at UCLA for a couple of years. Living a dream as Bynum gets the rebound. Got poked in the eye. Farmar. Crowd ready to explode if that one went down. But how about that? As a kid growing up in LA, you play for UCLA, now you play for the Lakers. Does it get any better than that?
Left after a sophomore season. I noticed after he missed that shot, he looked at Kobe and said, sorry.
And a foul as Maxiel went up for the shot.
My bad, Kobe. I know you were open. That was a good look. Hey, anytime you get an offensive rebound, kick the ball out to the three-point line, that's the best time to take a three.
Right now, talking with Brian Manovich. You know, obviously, when he made the trade demand and said he wanted to go somewhere else, a lot of his teammates weren't happy. They're upset with it and how public it became. And he has since then, if you ask the teammates, he's really tried to go out of his way now to, to be a mentor. He's always been the leader of the team, but trying to be a more positive leader. We've heard this before in years past. The way he handled the public demand to be traded wasn't the right way. He says, we don't know the whole story, but it's still not the right way to do it. But since it's kind of died down, he has played brilliantly in the regular season, and he's played good, unselfish basketball.
Well, and the bench has played inspired. And I think they took it as a personal challenge. Anytime that you get called out, particularly by another teammate, if you're a professional and you want to win and turn things around, you're going to make an extra effort to do the right things. And this bench has played great for the LA Lakers.
Shot clock at 7. Bryant, it's good. 7-point lead for the Lakers. He's only 3 of 15 from the field, but a big bucket there for the Lakers. Wallace answers back. Back-to-back threes, and it's a 4-point game.
Well, you could talk about this Laker team, and it might not wow you with the talent when you look at the roster, but if they can keep games close.
Foul on Prince on the way to the basket.
And you have a guy like Kobe Bryant, my number 1, by the way, and yours, our number 1. That's how you win games. And that's exactly what's happened tonight. The Lakers bench has kept this team in the game. They've kept them around. They've killed Detroit on the offensive glass because they're hustling. They're giving maximum effort. And now you give yourself an opportunity to win the game 5 minutes ago when you're up 4.
That was the 14th foul. Right, Manovich, blocked by Maxiel. Shot clock at 3. Farmar has to shoot. Off balance, short. And Wallace the rebound.
Have we seen some blocks tonight? Mike Breen, Amir Johnson. Check Som. Maxiel, wow.
Check Som playing in his first NBA game. Amir Johnson with 4 blocks. Hamilton backing in. Tough shot. Puts it in. Well, you love players like Hamilton. Struggle shooting the ball. Comes fourth quarter. They still have the confidence they're going to hit the big shot.
Well, you mentioned it. He's struggling to shoot. What does he do? He goes to the box.
Going to the box is Bryant. And a foul. There's a little passion out there right now for these two teams.
Well, a tremendous pass by Andrew Bynum. A backdoor. Great bounce pass. Right between the defense, and Kobe's able to finish.
That's 5 fouls for Rip Hamilton. Still plenty of time remaining. 4:27. Three-point play for Bryant. He's got 14 despite shooting just 4 of 16 from the field. Lakers, who shot 27% through the first 3 quarters, have suddenly found the range here in the fourth. Flip Murray. Wallace steps back, a 3. Way off. Odom his 13th rebound. Leading the break, Lamar Odom coast to coast. Oh. And using the opposite hand.
The right hand, coast to coast. Lamar Odom. Wow, what a beautiful move.
22 points, 13 boards for Odom. Hamilton. Not that time, and Bynum tried to save it. Knocked loose. Tayshaun Prince won't go. And Hamilton keeps it alive again. Under 3.5 remaining. Prince on the drive. Foul by Radmanovich. And free throws coming up for Detroit.
Think the Lakers are happy to have Lamar Odom back. Grabs his 13th rebound here and goes coast to coast. Where's the Detroit defense? Nobody meets him until the dotted line in the lane, and he goes to the right hand and able to finish.
You have 2 terrific lefties playing in this game. Prince, we've talked so much, and Odom, the same thing. He's a guy, he can lead the break, he can post up, he can hit a 3, he can beat you off the dribble. He's an excellent passer. 5-point game with 3:20 remaining. Lakers led early by 11. Pistons have come back nicely.
You mentioned the word passion earlier, and it's just so great to see so early in the year 2 teams just going at it like this.
Odom throws off the official. That's in play. Radmanovich puts it in. Boy, they caught a break there. Ronnie Garrettson with his first assist of the season.
Ronnie, nice hands.
Officials are part of the floor, so if the ball hits him, it's like it hit a player.
What a break for the LA Lakers.
Murray. Tough shot won't go. Odom, his 14th rebound. Bryant kicks it out. Farmer for 3. Bang!
Lamar Odom throws to Ron Garrettson. Right over to Vladimir Radmanovich, and he's able to finish. Ronnie Garrettson, first career assist. Great job, Ronnie.
.226 remaining in the fourth. The crowd fired up as the Lakers, struggling shooting the ball all night long, have outscored them 31-15 with that 71% shooting. And it's still time. And the Lakers now with a 10-point advantage. Murray. Prince. Shot clock winding down. Murray for 3. In and out. Wallace on the follow. Banks it in. 13 points for Wallace. Bryant. He struggled shooting all night. Jordan Farmar has played a terrific game, especially here in the fourth quarter. Bryant hits a 3. 96-85.
Our number 1, Mike. Look at him get after Rip Hamilton. Look at the defense.
Hamilton gets it back. And they're going to have a hell ball.
Oh, man.
I still... Kobe Bryant is fired up. I never understand that. If If you're on the floor with the ball, all bets are off. You can stamp on a guy's head, and they're not going to call a foul. There's such aggressive defense, John.
He's accepted the challenge tonight. Obviously, it hasn't happened on the offensive end, but the Lakers have won this game because of their defense. Jordan Farmar, Kobe Bryant getting after it out on the perimeter.
You know, for both teams, as they'll jump it up at center court, this could be such a nice early season win for the Lakers. With all the drama that went on with Kobe Bryant, this would put them at 5-3, a good victory over quality team. For the Pistons, meanwhile, playing without Chauncey Billups and Antonio McDyess to win 2 straight games without 2 starters out west would be a terrific victory. And perhaps that's why we see that extra energy and passion here. Right now, the Lakers in control. Odom for 3. Knocks it down. Lakers all of a sudden can't miss. Largest lead of the game.
They played possum for 3 quarters, Mike.
And a foul. Kobe Bryant's got to be careful pointing at Derek Collins. Lakers scored 33 points combined in the second and third quarter. They have 37 points here in the fourth. Just incredible turnaround shooting the ball. But like you said, John, it was spurred on by their defense.
A lot of times your offense dictates your defense. And that's what happened for the LA Lakers for their first 3 quarters. But once they decided to dig in defensively, this fourth quarter has just been sensational. 74% shooting. 37 points, you said, they have in the quarter?
Yep.
An unbelievable turnaround.
Hamilton hits a pair. 12-point game, but coming up on a minute remaining. And as the Lakers pulling away here in the final couple of minutes. And they get a lot of help from a lot of people. Rasheed Wallace pokes it away. Pistons won't give up. Murray passes up a 3. Hamilton steps back. Good open look all the time in the world. And it's back to 9. Bryant. The fake. The layup. This one's over. 11 of his 19 here in the fourth. He was 2 for 14. And is 4 for 4 in the fourth. And Murray is fouled. So Bryant couldn't hit anything for the first 3 quarters, but turned it around with some superb defense and a 4 for 4 fourth. But also his defense all night long has been very strong.
He's done a great job on Rip Hamilton. We showed you earlier how much work it takes to guard Rip Hamilton, running through screens. But Kobe was up for the challenge. And now he's letting Rip know, I'm glad I don't only see you twice a year, my man.
And they played AAU ball together down in the Philadelphia, Pennsylvania area. Played against each other in high school. So what are they saying?
I don't know. I just told you. Didn't I? I'm glad I only have to see you twice a year. No, I think it's just, I think they have mutual respect for one another. And Rip told us that earlier today when we talked to him. And Kobe Bryant respects Rip Hamilton. And just 2 guys going at it.
Maxey can't finish. Odom, his 15th rebound. And the Lakers with a superb fourth quarter. Turn it around and get a quality win against the Pistons, although Detroit playing without 2 starters. And the crowd appreciative of the defensive energy that they saw tonight from their Lakers. 41 points in the fourth quarter. And the Lakers improved to 5-3. Let's go to Rick Bucher.
Kobe, you had a moment with your fellow Pennsylvanian, Rip Hamilton, at the end there. What was that about?
No, just reminiscing on old times.
You were 2 for 14 through 3 quarters. Didn't miss a shot in the fourth quarter. An adjustment on your part?
I was just due. You know, I couldn't play any worse. And I was just playing terrible. I couldn't throw a ball in the ocean if I was sitting on a boat. So, you know, fourth quarter, it started going down for me.
I'm glad to see you sweating a little bit because the defensive effort combined with the offense, how are you managing to get this done?
Well, it's fun. You know, I enjoy it, and it's something that we take pride in and have to lead by example, and that's going out playing hard defensively.
This game had a lot of emotion to it, more than you expected in November.
Well, you know, they're a physical team, and for us being a young ball club in the past, we haven't been able to match their physicality. And you know, today was a big step for us in that right direction in terms of being able to play physical and win these types of games.
Thank you. Lakers and Kobe win another one over a top-tier team. Mike?
That's right. They've beaten Phoenix, Utah, Houston, and now the Pistons as they shoot 16 of 21. In the fourth quarter, they score 41 points in the final period. So they win at 103-91. Coming up next on ESPN and ESPN HD Sports Center. Join us on ESPN News for Postgame Extra with more from here in L.A. So for John Barry, Rick Bucher, and our entire crew, this is Mike Breen saying so long from Los Angeles. Time for Sports Center.